So small, but it is still alive. Taco for Karim Lopez. They've hit their stride at the moment. Will Josh Bannon and the injured Bullets be able to hold them off and stay in the hunt for the play-in? The Bullets, New Zealand, starts now. It's all too easy when he catches it that close. Nanga goes upstairs and baptizes Tarangi. Matt Mooney, catch it. Matt Mooney in the mirrors. Keandre Cook, oh, what a spectacular finish. Rocco Zikarsky has come to play. Right on cue. Josh Adams outside. Welcome to Brisbane. Well, the parity in the NBL, it's on show right now, all the way down to 8th and 9th, with very little to go in the season. Damon Lowry, NBL superstar, NBL champion, overtime panelist. We welcome you in. They're still in the hunt all the way down to 9th.
Yeah, Pete, it's good to be here, man. Where are we now? We're in Christchurch. We're in Wolfbrook Arena, looking at two teams that are desperate to try to keep their playoff hopes alive.
We're actually in South Melbourne at the moment, Damon, but anyway. Petteri Koppinen, who is not that man right there, I may add, the New Zealand Breakers coach. You put it best. He's had to coach multiple teams this year, but they should, for all intents and purposes, be coming into this game winning their last two.
They should be feeling very good about themselves going into this game. They got their full roster back. They got Parker Jackson Cartwright back in the lineup, and they should be feeling going in as heavy favorites.
Now, Parker Jackson Cartwright, of course, he returned last game, and they've looked better since he got back, and they were playing all right basketball before that as well. He's a perennial superstar in this league. He's rolling. And
he is aided quite nicely by his backcourt mate, Matt Mooney, who's had to do a little bit of heavy lifting. But PJ, see the human blur faster than your first time. This dude is unreal. Still looking for plenty of highlights for the remainder of the season.
Well, Parker Jackson Cartwright, the biggest test for the Breakers in the off-season is how do we keep him on our roster? He's been fantastic from start to finish. A little push of a referee, and he sat out 5 games in the middle, but all that did was prove his worth. But Casey Prather, he's been a resurgence this season for the Breakers. Started off slow, but ever since then, all NBL form.
Casey Prather has been absolutely playing extremely good basketball the second half of this season. He's healthy. He's one of the most fundamental scorers the league has. Hopefully, he'll be around Australia in this league for another few years.
Yeah. Well, Casey Prather, of course, Justin Schuller came under pressure when he signed him, but he's proved him right, and he's proved him a smart man. Sam Menenga, right now, if you're the New Zealand bigs, no Tyrell Harrison, no Rocco Zikarsky, you're looking down the other end of the floor, and you are saying, hey, put me in your fantasy team, because I'm about to have a night.
Sam Menenga's been playing some lights-out basketball over these last 4 games, 20 points a game, 65%, 6 rebounds. When he's playing confidently, he is one of the best dudes in the league, no doubt about it. He's got the 3-ball, he can take you down to the body shop.
Yeah, I think we'll be all good.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Warehouse.
Friday night, who Hoops heads to Christchurch as the New Zealand Breakers take on the Brisbane Bullets. The race for the play-in is hotter than ever, and the Bullets, while the window for them is bigger than ever. Unfortunately for the Breakers, it is oh so small, but it is still alive. Taco Fall, Karim Lopez, they've hit their stride at the moment. Will Josh Bannon and the injured Bullets be able to hold them off and stay in the hunt for the play-in? The Bullets, New Zealand, starts now. It's all too easy when he catches it that close. Nanga goes upstairs and baptizes Tarangi. Matt Mooney, cash it. Matt Mooney in the mirrors. DeAndre Cook, oh, what a spectacular finish. Rocco Zikarsky has come to play. Right on cue. Josh Adams outside. Welcome to Brisbane. Here we go, a game of monumental proportions for both of these teams as I welcome in my co-host, Damon Lowry, NBL legend, NBL champion. The parity of this league is on full display because both of those teams in the bottom three on the ladder still have a chance to make the finals via the play-in.
Yeah, it feels good to be here, man. Our permanent residency in New Zealand can't be that far away. Yeah, both of these teams, they are extremely desperate. I've done the math, and they are mathematically still a chance.
Well, I am worried that you've done the math, but I've been assured that they do have a chance. Of course, the window for Brisbane is much, much more open than those men right there, the New Zealand Breakers. 2-13 since the FIBA break after starting, Damon, 7-2.
Yeah, we'll never forget how they started. I'm loving Petri Coppinen's work, though. Looking forward to meeting this man at the awards night. But yeah, he's got his full roster in place. PJC's back. Matt Mooney's playing some good basketball. The roster seems to be going along nicely. They will be going in as heavy favorites, I would have thought.
Well, the man that you speak of there, Parker Jackson Cartwright, he is the one that they need to look to right now. He's the heart and soul of this team. And I'll tell you what, in this offseason, they're going to have to find a way to keep him rolling on that team. But Justin Schuller, we see right there, the Brisbane Bullets, after they got hyped up all the way through the middle of the year, lost 7 of their last 8, Damon.
Yeah, Justin Schuller's boys are going through it right now, but we're going to look at my man right here. The human blur, faster than a rumor. This dude right here, he's what makes them go. What he's doing right now, his backcourt partner, Matt Mooney, has been a thing of beauty. Hopefully he can get it going tonight, not get himself in foul trouble, and hopefully he re-signs for next season.
Certainly does. That's the task for the New Zealand Breakers, but Parker Jackson Cartwright would have been well and truly in the MVP conversations, as he was if they had continued that form. But alas, if my mother had wheels, she would be a bike, and they did not. Casey Prather on the other side, he started the season rough to say the least, but he has turned into a resurgence for this team, responsible for them winning a lot of those mid-season games, and he's found his stroke in the second half of the year.
Yeah, Casey gave New Zealand a business last time, 31 points, 10 boards, 6 dimes. I feel like Casey is one of the most, if not the most fundamental scorer in the league. Can do it a variety of ways. Mid-range game, pull-up game, jabs and shot fakes, you name it. He's been doing a lot of heavy lifting, and they're going to need another big game out of him tonight.
If Parker Jackson Cartwright is a much-needed signature for the Breakers, the signature of Casey Prather is just as essential to the future of the Brisbane Bullets. But the man we see there, Sam Menenga, he's found his stroke. He's found his form over the last 2 games. And when he looks down the other end of the floor tonight, Damon, he doesn't see many bigs taking the floor.
That's right. Now, Brisbane are down some bodies in the big man department. But Sam Menenga, you look at his last 4 games, 20 points and 65% and 6 boards. When Sam Menenga's playing with confidence, he is extremely tough to guard. He can take you down to the body shot with punish you, and obviously stick that 3 ball in your eye. Hopefully he's playing confident tonight.
And Sam Menenga just struggled a little bit when Taco Fall came into this lineup to know his role, to know his position. But you see there from the right smile, he certainly knows it now. Now, Josh Bannon is somewhat of a lone wolf for the Brisbane Bullets. No Zikarsky, no Tyrell Harrison. That is, if my maths is correct, over 14 feet worth of human.
That's right, 14 feet worth of dudes is out of the lineup. Josh has been playing good too, though. 19 and 10 over his last 4 games in transitions when he's at his best. And don't sleep on his 3 ball, which I have been doing most of the season, but he's shooting at a very decent clip, and it's going to be very important he does not get himself in foul trouble, because he's got to battle a lot of big dudes from New Zealand.
Well, the second half of New Zealand's season certainly hasn't been pretty viewing for the fans, but for that man there, who is set to make a huge amount of money in the future, Karim Lopez, he has been breaking records week in, week out for a player of his age.
You know this is my man right here. To all the people of Mexico, bienvenido. My man right here, Kareem Lopez, Haciendo, Facio. I tried to say you're making it look easy.
Oh, I hope you know what you're saying.
That's all right, I stuffed it up. But look, Kareem's just a joy to watch play. Beautiful sphere on this young dude. Love his basketball attitude. Eager to learn. And he's going to give them the business I'm tipping tonight.
Well, he certainly is. Just such a young next star as we look at the starting five right now for the New Zealand Breakers. Parker Jackson-Cartwright, Matthew Mooney, Kareem Lopez, Jonah Bolden and Taco Fall. No Sam Menenga, Damon, which is a surprise for you.
Yeah, I am surprised the way Sam's been playing, but that just gives you instant punch off the bench. Jonah's gonna not score probably a lot of points, but Jonah provides like that connector. Good defender, good rim protector. He can do a lot of things.
The Brisbane Bullets, Keandre Cook, Mitch Norton, Josh Bannon, Tohi Smith-Milner with a fresh haircut, and Casey Prather as well. The Brisbane Bullets, well, a lot's on the line right now. Tasmania sitting injured. Prime for the hunt. Can the Bullets get themselves into that sixth spot? They'll need to win more than just this, but it is as close as you'll get to a must-win game. The Breakers will kick things off.
Can't believe Torrey Smith didn't win that tap.
Mooney from the corner to get a hot start at Wolfbrook. Can't drop it. Both of these teams struggling to record wins, but if there's ever a time to turn it around, it's now. Bannon guarded by Fall. Prather, the veteran, on the next star. Rims it out, and Bolden will track it down.
Yeah, Kareem, this is a good matchup for Kareem. He's going to have to play some real solid defense because if Taco gets an easy one.
And that'll be the problem for the Bullets all night long. They're missing 14 feet. 2 7-footers out of the line as Josh Bannon gets that one to cash from the mid-range. And they've got to find a way to guard 7-6 to Taco Fall down the other end. How would you go about it, Dame?
I'm not going to double team him, but Taco, I'm just going to do like Josh Bannon did. I'm going to run the floor and shoot little mid-range jumpers all day long.
Lopez with the early pull. That's good.
Kareem Lopez three-point shooting percentage at 33% is climbing.
Cook can't connect. Lopez, the shining light of this New Zealand Breakers team towards the back end of this year. PJC throws it up. And a little too easy for Taco Fall. He's got 4 of the Breakers, 5 to kick it off.
Impossible to throw a bad pass on a lob to that man.
Oh, we've seen plenty.
But here's the issue. Oh, Josh is going to lay that one up on him.
Cook works off the Bannon screen. Bannon gets a chance to answer back. Can't do it. Smallest man on the court comes up with the board. PJC through the lane, gets it to Bolden. Cook's going to throw it away to prevent the and one.
Here's what I'm noticing. In that one possession right there, okay, Taco's not going to be running the floor, obviously. But if he can get that rebound, just kick it to PJC, PJC can still play fast. Push the ball down the court. Jonah did a good job trailing. Taco's back there chilling in the half court. He done his job.
Bolden knocks in the first. The Bullets just in a world of hurt over the last 4 games. You've got to credit them with injuries. Anytime you lose 2 of your main bigs especially, you can have a lot of trouble guarding the rim, and it's been that sort of issue for them. Bolden can't connect on the second. Strong start for the Breakers. Prather guarded by Lopez again. Fall hunting in the middle. Bolden will kick it off, and Mooney will push it the other way.
Taco gave good help then. He saw Casey's about to go into his fundamental bag.
And Taco again, far too little that Smith-Milner can do in defense of that. And right now, the Brisbane Bullets, well, they got a Taco Fall problem.
They got to be careful. They only got the 2 bigs. We might see the youngster, young Josh Kuhn, going to come in and probably get some minutes. But if Tony Smith-Milner gets himself into foul trouble, then they're in a world of hurt.
They certainly are. A quick timeout here as they work out what to do. The New Zealand Breakers doing a great job of finding Taco Fall on that on-ball screen. Now, Damon, the season right now, it's going to be very tough to advance into the play-in for the Breakers, but they are contracted to having Taco next year. And from what I've seen in the back end of the year, since they've worked out how to play with him, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad at all. I like what Taco got to offer.
If there's an over, the mush is at the level, right? Then we're supporting behind. We're doing anything we spoke about, right? Nothing. Offensively, we gotta fucking move it, all right? We're in ups right now. Ups, it's either a shake or it's a punch. We get to up and let that thing move. Play out of shallows while Taco's in. Get it back to the middle ball screen. One hammer's on the backside. Got to lift the intensity in what we're doing right now.
I'm hearing you. That must be frustrating for coaches across the league when the team does not come out and start the game with the proper amount of intensity. So now Brisbane has come out flat. They're not executing. So they had to make Justin Schuler get fruity with his language.
I'm not even sure what that word is. It's certainly not in my vocabulary, Damon. I believe I've heard it on various TV shows, but I would never repeat it. The Breakers, the 6-point lead very early on here in Taco Fall. Well, he's been causing the damage early, well found by his teammates. But this is where he struggles the most.
It's harsh. Uh-oh.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, push-ups, that's something.
You are running baselines if you were playing college basketball there, Taco.
Wow. I don't know what that feels like, by the way.
And there's the issue for Taco Fall. And we saw Melbourne United approach him with more of a foul-first mentality. Will Brisbane be forced to adopt the same? Cal Dalton, the concussion replacement, gets into the game early. Of course, Tyrell Harrison out with delayed concussion symptoms. Bannon, nice drive in, can't finish.
Over the back.
Cal Dalton is no stranger to the league.
81. Push.
Spent a bit of time with Melbourne United.
Spent some time playing NBL1 in Queensland. Keeping himself in some decent shape. He's an extra body. Come out there and throw his weight around.
Josh Adams subs into the game. The former jack jumper was brought on as a late season injury replacement. And they'll need every ounce of his offensive power to be able to keep themselves alive in this play-in race. Jackson Cartwright, deep into the paint. Nice little hezzy, gets up and rolls it in.
You're almost playing 4-on-4 when Taco's trying to seal, taking all the help away. Parker can get around any human being in New Zealand.
Casey Prather with a little too much heat on the pass for the first gamer in Dalton. Eight-point lead, a little under 7 minutes remain in the first quarter. PJC just having his way, getting into the rim. He's pushed. Probably would have wished he shot the ball.
See, they're keeping Taco down low. Instead of Taco coming up to set the ball screen. Jonah, you set the ball screen. Taco's sealing whoever's trying to guard him. And Parker is just living in the key.
PJC just finding himself in a wide open ocean every time he comes off that high ball screen. Issues up top and issues down low right now for the Brisbane Bullets, who certainly have a lot more on the line than the Breakers. Bolden. Back to Jackson Cartwright. Can't fight his way around the screen. He'll dribble it off the foot.
Good aggressive show on the ball screen. Taco subs out. In comes Sam Meninga.
Certainly a luxury to have him coming off the bench in this game after a hot start. Adams. Finds Cook. A wide open Bannon down low, turns down the shot. Cook will have a heave from outside. Can't finish. The Brisbane Bullets, the highest three-point percentage in the league. And a lot of their injuries are on their non-three-point shooting bigs. PJC through the middle. Nice little pump pass to Mooney, who finds traffic, gets to Lopez, who's going to step out of court.
That was good ball movement by the Breakers, making the extra pass, giving up a good shot for a better shot. It's just not going down for him right now. Shooting 1 of 6 from the field so far. Early days, though.
It's early days, for sure. As we said, the best three-point shooting team in the comp. And their injuries certainly aren't to those shooters, so they are always in the game, no matter how undermanned. Josh Adams turns down his first look at the game. Bannon has found himself in the same position. Hasn't had too much success so far. Can't get that nice little tip off the rim from Lopez. PJC just like a little race car in there, and Bolden goes up.
Imagine playing with a guy like this. If you fit enough and you can run the floor, Parker's going to get you all kind of layups and dunks and whatnot.
PJC just being allowed to do as he pleases with the amount of room that he's been given in the paint. You see plays like that will be a plenty if Brisbane continue to guard it the same way. Adams steps back on Mooney. Cook. Guarded by Lopez. Nice little cross. Turns it down. Nice kick to Prather. Connects.
It's only a matter of time. Some over-helping by the Breakers. Left Casey wide open. Good extra pass by Keandre.
Cross back from Jackson Cartwright. Gets tipped off. Josh Adams out the other way. Working, shaking and baking down there. It puts Mooney on the floor. And Cook gets deeper into the paint. Nice dump-off pass, and Banner will lose it. The Breakers struggling to find much offensive rhythm. Mooney, another errant pass. The Breakers just fallen victim to some turnovers as Cook's going to lay it into the other end.
Yeah, last few sloppy possessions. New Zealand just wrapped up their 4th turnover. Petrie wouldn't be happy with the offensive execution.
Parker Jackson Cartwright, we mentioned how free he's being allowed to play right now. He may not have hit the scoreboard too much, but he's got 5 assists. Now, the most assists this season is 12. Can he add some points to that tally? No, he can't. But Jackson Cartwright just driving and dishing at free will right now as Prather takes it opposite direction. Mooney tips it away. Gets straight through the middle. The C's open up and Mooney lays it in.
Yeah, sloppy possession. Not the prettiest of basketball right now, people, but stay with us.
Cook. Shot is disrespected by Lopez, and Cook makes him pay.
Beautiful stroke. Keandre's been quiet over the last few games. But, man, when he shoots it, that is a beautiful stroke.
Menenga's found his stroke over the last couple of games from outside. Doesn't look to at that time. Another pass tipped off by the Bullets, who have lifted their intensity defensively, or Damon, have the Breakers just slacked off.
Cash, timeout.
Back to back, Cook. And the Brisbane Bullets, in what was an 8-point lead moments ago, have cut it to 1.
Breakers are complicating things. Matt Mooney's indecisiveness leading to turnovers, and Keandre's making him pay on the other end. Petrie wants to talk about it.
As we look at the Amy replay right now, disrespected on the shot by the young fella. He makes him pay, and you do not want to let Cook get his eye in. We've seen a couple of games this year where he's loaded them up. He's very much a momentum player.
A 33% shooter from downtown who needs no invitation. They want to control the tempo. Being so small, they don't want to get into a track meet with the Breakers. Likewise, on the other side, if I'm New Zealand, I want to play faster. Even if Taco's on the floor, I can still afford to play fast, provided he rebounds.
Now, Damon, you're a winner. You've always been a winner. You continue to win in your life after basketball. So I know you value that when it comes to all NBL teams. Where does Parker Jackson Cartwright sit right now? Because the numbers are incredibly impressive.
Those are good numbers, but how many all-NBL teams do we have? 2?
2.
Look, it could be tough. It could be tough for a little man to get in there. You can't be in 9th. I mean, he missed a couple of games, averaging the 19. You know, he's up there in the assists, but it is so many good guards in this league, and I know it's positionless, but man, it's going to be a tight one for him to get in there.
Well, I think he's firmly got a spot on that second team, that's for sure for me. But of course, the struggles of the Breakers have just hurt him. He could have been an MVP this year, the way that he was playing. Now, Bryce Cotton took it to another level, which would have made that difficult anyway. But unfortunately, the downturn of the Breakers in the back end of this year has just cost a couple of individual awards across the board. 1-point lead to the Breakers. Fall back into the game, gets it outside. That's no good. Adams will pull it down.
That's one of the Breakers' favorite sets. Spreads you right out, leave Taco down there by himself. Is Josh Adams no good, no bueno, but Tony Smith-Milner has the strength, the girth, to be able to not be manhandled by Taco.
Certainly has the girth. Fall. Guarded by Tohi.
No need to double team down there, Keandre. I like Tony Smith-Milner. Taco, it's not like Taco has what you would call fundamental post moves. He's just gonna stretch and reach And like I said, he's not going to gain an inch on Torrey Smith-Milner.
The Brisbane Bullets, over the last 5 possessions, I believe they've deflected 4 of the passes on that many possessions, Damon, as Mooney turns down the open look outside, and another one almost gets deflected. McCarron forced to throw one up as the shot clock expires. Cook's got the hot hand, turns it down to the corner. Can't complete that time. It's Taco will wrestle for the ball and he'll get possession.
It's two on Torrey. Torrey cannot afford, like we said earlier, they do not have enough. And in comes young Josh Coonan. Or was that Ding? Sorry, Ding Adele's checked in.
You can be forgiven for that because he has been injured for a long, long time. We haven't spotted him too much out there.
And they need buckets. Ding Adele can definitely give you some buckets, some three-point shooting, some good size. But Torrey is very important because he's the only one on the team that's strong enough to hold his ground against Taco.
And Taco 0 for 3 so far on the contest. 4 points so far, 2 of 2 from the field, but 0 of 3 from the free throw line. Felix Von Hoff and Damon Lowry taking you through this one. 0 of 3, Damon, something you do not know anything about.
I mean, I've missed free throws before, but it's hard to shoot a P.
It is. It's a very, very fair point. The Bullets with everything to play for. Cook hit back-to-back threes. Gets it to his teammate Smith-Milner. That one rattles out. And Taco in unfamiliar territory, fighting for it at mid-court. PJC with another dime. King gets it to go.
So much happened on that last possession. I like the pick and roll Brisbane run with Torrey Smith-Milner because they're going to do that at Taco Fall. Torrey had a wide open 3-ball, just rimmed out on him. But then this replay right here, Torrey was lucky not to pick up his 3rd foul as Mojave tried to elevate.
Great strong finish, and that is Parker Jackson Cartwright's 6th assist in the first quarter. Still 2 minutes remain. 12 the record for the year.
Who's got the 12? You remember? I think, does Trey Kell got the 12? I think
Trey Kell might be up there.
11 or 12.
Norton shakes and bakes, can't find anything. Smith-Milner will give it another crack from the outside, and that one will do just fine.
That's what Torrey's out there to do. Make Taco leave the basket.
And the
Taco
Bullets
contested it, though.
The Bullets still struggling to find too much rhythm, but they are the best three-point shooting team in the league, and that will keep you alive in any game. McCarron tries to get into the paint, finds PJC. 6 assists to his name so far. Can he add to it on this possession? Pulls up. Can't complete as the shot clock expires.
Mitch gave up the foul because they know they had the numbers. New Zealand did. Torrey did a good job. Bodied up Taco down there and then sprinted, ran the floor. Maybe Brisbane can run with him. If they get a stop, they absolutely can run with them.
The Breakers have been playing some great basketball for all intents and purposes, Damon. They should be coming into this one 2-0 over their last 2 games.
If it was a 5th, we'd all be drunk. My mama used to say.
Isaac White into the game.
Torrey off the dribble.
And you can see Josh Bannon hard fouled by Taco Fall. And we hope that that's not too much of a head collision there. He appears to be okay on the ground, but a hard foul. Didn't look like anything untoward, Damon, but of course when you're 7'6", it's tough to control those bodily movements. We have a look here, and nothing untoward, but certainly a heavy knock to the head of Josh Bannon.
We want to review the second action of his left arm.
That left arm did clip him in the head. Total accident. Taco's not that kind of dude.
On that topic, you say total accident. Now we see these flagrants can go either way. Even though it was a total accident, can you see the referees pointing towards a flagrant?
Yeah,
which is technically an intentional act.
Yeah, no. No, that's, to me, that's just a normal foul. And it just happened to be tripped him in the head. But Taco closed out of that 3-point line, which we haven't seen him do a lot of. So I appreciate the effort that he did to do that. But then he just got to be able to control himself, leaving his feet like that.
Officials just taking some time to review the foul, and they have gone with an unsportsmanlike. To the bemusement of Petteri Koppinen, because as you said, Damon, although the action appeared accidental, They are very, very sensitive towards any head-high contact, especially with an off arm.
Maybe we can get an explanation, because is a hit to the head an automatic unsportsmanlike foul?
We're certainly trending that way in world basketball, so it wouldn't surprise me if that was the case.
I don't like it if that's the case.
Bannon locks it up at 17 apiece.
After Justin Shooter's timeout, when he got a little bit of a potty mouth, the Breakers, the Bullets have come out and done a much better job and executed much better defensive transition. Got themselves a 1-point lead.
48 seconds to go, and the Bullets have wrestled the lead back here as Cook steps back, hits that one a roll. 3 in the first term for Keandre Cook.
That's a tough shot. You're a shot maker if you can pull those off.
And he is not the guy that you want cooking right now. 3 of 5 from the three-point line, and they need him to roll with the outs they've got. PJC, 8 seconds on the shot clock, finds Darling on the roll. Make that 7 assists for Parker Jackson-Cartwright.
Beautiful pocket pass. They was trying to get it inside of Taco, but Taco's being defended by a wall. But Torrey Smith-Milner ain't going nowhere.
Shot clock is off, 8 seconds remain. Cook, the hot hand, turns it down. White, wide open in the corner. He'll step back to add a bit of flavor and can't finish it. But an unlikely 21-19 lead for the Brisbane Bullets, who were down 10. They fought back, found their rhythm from the outside thanks to Keandre Cook. Second quarter, not far away.
Team Mayo makes some noise. Team Ketchup. Oh! Thanks to Courtney. Team Mayo. This side of the building.
Welcome back to Wolfbrook Arena, where it's that man right there, Taco Fall, proven a little too much to handle down low. But from the highs of Taco Fall to the lows of PJC, who's sitting at 7 assists in this first quarter. The season high, of course. Bryce Cotton and Dellavedova getting all the way up to 12. Can Parker Jackson-Cartwright surpass that and in turn break the hopes of the Brisbane Bullets for the play-in? They lead by 3 at the moment, but this is a seesaw affair. Adams will start the second term. Sizes up the defender. Working away, using up the dribble count. Prather cashes it.
They spreading him out. It's just one-on-one basketball. Keandre Cook got him off to a good start in that first quarter, dropping 11 points. He's starting the second quarter on the bench for some reason. He played the entire first quarter, Felix. All 10 minutes. What do you think Keandre Cook was doing in that time, in that quarter time break?
Well, I hope
he was resting. That's what he was doing.
As you should. As you should when you play the whole quarter.
And that should be plenty. Get him back in there. He's flowing.
Casey Prather just knocking one down for Brisbane. His game is so much more dynamic when he's hitting from the outside. It opens up the lane. You almost can't say how much it helps the Bullets get to a win. Lopez goes upstairs. A business decision from Josh Adams to get out of the way.
Yeah, the youngster. I don't know how you say dunk in Spanish.
Dunko.
But Casey might want to close out a little bit more into control. But that's what happens, though, because he's knocking 3 balls down. Now, you got to respect that.
Always tough to guard a dual threat on the court, and Krim Lopez has turned into an elite one of those the second half of this year. Bannon down low, no Taco Fall to deal with at the start of the second term.
Oh, jab.
Prather can't convert that. Mooney will take it away. And both teams getting physical down low. The great pass there from Lopez, and PJC works his way around the hoop.
Great vision by Kareem. Could have forced up a shot. It's good to see him not getting tunnel vision when he gets around the basket like that.
Prather tries to thread the needle. Both teams a little loose with the passing. Not too many turnovers being racked up, but a lot of out of bounds.
Callum Dalton giving some great bag-up minutes. Doesn't have to do a whole lot.
No, you don't.
Adams works off the Bannon screen. To Norton. And Prather gets into the paint. Bolden will do a good job of preventing an and one, but Parker Jackson-Cartwright just gets his hands in the cookie jar.
Casey's footwork is just so good. His jab, I mean, the fundamental stuff, the stuff that would probably bore you if he was doing it in the training drill, but he puts all this good footwork and fundamentals to use, and he just attacked Jonah Bolden's top foot, got himself into the key with ease, drew a foul. And Keandre Cook's 90-second rest is over. Let's see if we can get this man some more shots.
Casey Prather, a fan favorite wherever he goes, whether that be in Perth, Melbourne, now in Brisbane. His signature in the off-season, for the Brisbane fans, you'd hope for them, but there'll be plenty of clubs circling trying to get that signature. 2-point lead to the Bullets. Parker Jackson-Cartwright still sitting on 7 assists. The career high, or the season high, across the league is 12. Scoop pass back from Bolden. Lopez back to the basket action. And PJC attempts the miracle, can't convert.
That's good 24 seconds of defense by the Bullets.
Prather, a nice kick to the hot hand. Maybe that 90 seconds of rest, Damon, cooled it down.
The Breakers gonna have to get Sam Meninga involved. Sam has no shot attempts at this stage.
Sam Meninga starting on the bench as well, yet to take a shot in this game, as Damon just said. Mooney tries to find him down low, finds the skip pass to Jonah Bolden. That's what he does. The vast majority of his looks have come from outside this year, and that's exactly why.
But because Sam Meninga was so committed to posting up, sucked in the weak side help, left Jonah wide open in the corner. That's good ball movement.
Prather attempts the contested look. That's good.
Catch and shoot like a training drill. Even though Jonah's 6'10", 6'11", with your hands down, it don't matter.
Prather with 2 triples to his name so far. As we said, his game gets so dynamic when he's hitting from the outside. He is certainly not gun shy, to the benefit of the Bullets. A little too much handsy.
Now they switched that ball screen, and Sam Meninga had Mitch Norton on him on the perimeter. He didn't want to try to shoot over him or back him down from there. He goes to the block. He needs to get aggressive. Scoreboard is not ticking over enough for the Breakers.
Mooney guarded by Adams. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Easy straight line drive and gets a default.
We've all seen Matt Mooney's work. He might go through a few minutes of being quiet, but we all know what he's capable of and what he's prepared to do to win a game.
Certainly a microwave. He can heat up in an instant. Norton deep into the paint. Little skyhook runner. Can't convert it, but he'll clean up his own miss. And we are locked horns at 28 apiece. PJC draws the foul. Can't get the bucket to go.
That man goes from 0 to 100 so fast. He just lulled Josh Adams to sleep. His first step is so quick, gets himself to the strike. As we look at the Amy replay, hands down, you know what they say,
Man
cash.
down. Or they say cash as well.
You got to get your hand above the level of the ball. Casey Prather, he's not going to go like Josh Adams and dribble, pull up. He's going to fundamental you to death, and if he don't have to dribble it, he'll just shoot it.
Casey Prather, of course, known for being one of the best athletes in the league year in, year out, but it's the way, you know, after dealing with a knee injury, which was a long-term injury that he's going to carry for the rest of his career, the way he's brought his jump shot into his game, and now he is a legitimate elite shooting threat from outside. It is unbelievable career resurgence from Casey, and it's a credit to his hard work. One-point lead to the Bullets. Norton up top. Smith-Milner gets it back to Cook. Caught fire in the first quarter. Steps back on this one. Draws contact.
Ooh. The ref, sideline ref had his hand up for the foul.
And 3 shots. Keandre Cook's fouled in the motion. The ref from furthest away, albeit did have a good view of the play.
Let's go.
And Mooney not happy with it. A late call, Damon. As we have a look at this one.
I thought it was a foul in normal time. He's going forward in his space. Ooh.
It's a tough one.
Did he avoid him?
It's a potential challenge. And I believe from the murmurings that we're hearing in the back there that we could have a potential coach's challenge. And we do.
Yeah, Matt Mooney might have cleverly adjusted his body to avoid contact, and Keandre tried to find him. Let's see.
Well, let's have a look at this coach's challenge, the Amy coach's challenge, as Keandre Cook steps back. And he didn't appear, Damon, to play devil's advocate on what could be a tough call for Matt Mooney. There was slight contact, and Keandre Cook, while he kicked the leg out, the contact appeared to be more towards the body.
Well, the ref right there looking right at the play didn't think it was a foul. I think this challenge is successful.
You've always got to remember that the benefit of the doubt, if it is too close to call, goes back to the original call. But it will be hit. It's awfully tough on Matt Mooney, but the rules are the rules at times, and it did look to me there was a bit of body contact, and Keandre Cook stayed somewhat in his cylinder. He does lean forward a little bit there.
Offensive players these days are such good actors.
And I hate to say it, Damon, you got a lot more games under the belt than me. You're a smarter man than me, but I get the one up on you on this time. An unsuccessful challenge there.
Tough break. Let's move on. 3 free throws to Keandre.
Coach Scott, you've done the right thing.
Brisbane have full control of the tempo. That's what you want to do when you go on the road. Keep the score down, get off to a good start defensively.
Keandre Cook leads all scorers with 11 at the moment, looking to add to that with 3 shots at the free throw line. And Matt Mooney, he certainly, we've seen that he can get hot. And is that the thing that just sparks the temper a little bit, which, if channeled in the right direction, can be a good thing for the Breakers?
Yeah, we've also seen Matt Mooney get himself quite worked up. But as long as he stays out of foul trouble, that's the main thing. Nobody for the Breakers are in foul trouble right now. They need to keep it that way. It's been a fairly, 8 fouls to the Bullets all up. But keeping teams off the foul line, that's what you're trying to do.
3 for 3, Keandre Cook gets his tally up to 14 points in this first half. 4-point lead to the Bullets. Mooney looking to get payback on the other end. Finds Menenga yet to take a shot. Can't convert on his first attempt.
They might need to come back with Taco to try to get some easy buckets. Right now, everything looks a little hard for the Breakers.
Dell spinning through, gets that one to fall. Deng Adele showed so much promise in the preseason for the Bullets and looked like he was going to be a real offensive weapon. Unfortunately, has been dealt some cruel injury blows throughout the season as he hustles trying to guard Matt Mooney here. Gets the hand in, but illegally, according to the official.
Yeah, now, Deng Adele's body betrays him from time to time with injuries, but there's no doubt in his scoring ability. But Matt Mooney put him in a bad spot right here, drew a foul.
Matt Mooney's so good at using his body against taller and longer defenders. You see there just the hesitation dribbles. It's a skill that both PJC and Matt Mooney have mastered.
Lethal backcourt, them two. Every team in the league just about got a lethal backcourt. Parker's been resting for quite a while.
Oh, no. I know when you see those bench minutes start to add up, you just get a little tense. You got to move around a bit. You get out of your seat.
I look right at the minutes all the time. Like, you know, a guy like Kendrick Cook, he's 27 years old.
He's in his prime. He can go.
I mean, you know, can I play at least a minute per year I've been on Earth?
Adele finds Bannon up top. Cook leads all scorers at the moment. Prather, 3 to his name already. Make that 4.
Good ball movement. Now, Jonah's just too lackadaisical on defense. I think he would have learned his lesson from guarding Chris Goldie not that long ago. Similar with Casey Prather, he's going to catch it and shoot it.
And Prather just some errant dribbles off the steal there. The ball comes loose. White will dive in there. Cook will come up with it. And another deflected pass.
This is an interesting lineup. I like the way they played on the Bullets with this group. There's nobody clogging it up. Even Torrey Smith-Milner, who just checked in, he can still space the floor as well. And these guys is going to beat you off the dribble, make you commit. They all happy to make the extra pass. And this 7-point lead could get out of hand.
Well, it's a tough lineup to guard. You've got every player on the court can knock it down from outside. In modern-day basketball, that's a tough one. But you know what? They can defend it with Taco Fall. You've still got to take care of the big man down low. And what usually happens, especially in the NBL, if you're filling the court with shooters, you're giving up a little bit of size.
And when they put Taco back in the game, they're expecting some easy buckets from time to time. Taco Fall right now has only got the 2 shots. He's made them both.
Cook gets it back, goes up under, tries to draw the foul, doesn't get it called. That one's off from Prather. Mooney will have it at the other end, guarded by White. Spins back. Again, uses his body so well down there, can't convert that time. And Isaac White will push it the other way to Cook. Who fancies this exchange. And there we go, he's feeling it right now, he's up to 16.
I'm gonna need the replay for that one. That looked like Kobe. Hit him with the little dream shake, turnaround jumper.
It's probably not a bad thing that Karim Lopez gets to guard a couple of NBA moves. Max Darling will straight line drive and draw the foul. As we go to the Amy replay for this one, Damon, when you're feeling it, you're feeling it.
That's gorgeous.
It's a move that is almost underutilized in basketball because if you can get your footwork down there, it's very, very tough to guard. There's a reason we see it so much in the NBA.
It's because this era likes to badmouth mid-range shots. But Casey Prather also has that shot in his bag. And Keandre, that is, I'm going right back to it. They're still moving the ball, though. Not on the first pass. You don't want to go terminal, but after some ball movement, happy to go back down there.
Darling cuts the lead to 7. Jack Jumpers fans over there in Tasmania, maybe across the country as well, with their Breakers jerseys on because the Bullets are hunting them down for that 6th spot, along with the Adelaide 36ers, who are up next in this Friday night doubleheader. Errant pass kept in bounds. Prather pulls up. He's got 4 to his name. Can't make it 5.
That shot's there all day long with Taco sagging like that.
Jackson Cartwright finds Darling. Nice little pass. Darling can't finish, but the big body will get the rebound again, and he's back to the free throw line.
Parker orchestrating some chaos down there a little bit. Good pass. Max Darling being very aggressive after he rolls.
Well, The Bullets have done a good job of just containing him a little more. Still on the 7 assists, which he went into the second term with.
Yeah, the Breakers is going to have to generate some offense. The pace is slowed down. This isn't kind of what they want to play like with Park on the floor, but they're not getting any shooting. They're just not shooting well from the field. 2 of 8 from the three-point line.
It's such a big out for the Brisbane Bullets, especially in a game where you're coming up against the size of Fall with Tyrell Harrison, who many can argue one of the best bigs in the league, if not the most damaging. Cook. Splash. Cook is on fire as well. Prather and Cook have come to play, and they're keeping the Brisbane Bullets season alive. They lead by 10. PJC deep into the paint. Pushed out a foul. Bounds and draws the foul.
They're playing 5 against 4, the Breakers. Taco sagging so deep. And all the Bullets on the three-point line. As Parker turns the corner, creates some more havoc, but Keandre Cook, 6 of 9 from the field. 19 points so far. This is the big game we was all expecting. It's only a matter of time.
PJC converts the first. And as you said, Taco Fall, 2 for 2 from the field. They've just struggled to really find that advantage down low. The Bullets doing a good job of just clogging the lanes. Bannon. Gets into the paint. A little too handsy there for Mitch McCarron. Trying to contain Keandre Cook, who's sitting on the first half with 19 points. Casey Prather trails with 13, and no one on the Breakers yet to hit double figures.
Getting in some foul trouble. Keandre, Mitch McCann's going to try to get physical with him.
Cook guarded by PJC. Looks to get to the back to the basket action, turns it down. Bannon from the outside. Can he get involved in the party? He can't. McCarron will track it down. Jackson Cartwright. Again, straight line drive, just getting past anyone at will right now. Fall in an uncomfortable position at the mid-block. PJC steps back, turns it down. And McCarron far too easy through the middle of the paint.
I feel like the Brisbane put themselves in that position. They double teaming Taco when I don't feel like they need to. They put themselves in unnecessary rotations. As Josh Bannon gets back on his left hand, gets an and one.
Josh Bannon, just a player you can't left, albeit that's a tough shot, a fading hook. When he gets back to that left, he is incredibly dangerous.
Warning. Here we go. This is also unacceptable. Okay.
Both coaches receiving warnings so far. Josh Bannon, 6 points and just the 2 rebounds so far. Somewhat of a lone wolf, we said in the pre-game in this one. Didn't have much confidence there in his free throw attempt.
Josh Bannon hasn't got any of his threes to fall just yet, but they're open. So you got to feel it's only a matter of time.
The Brisbane Bullets undermanned, injured, trying to fight their way into the play. And Callum Dalton whistled for the illegal activity, trying to guard 7'6" Taco.
Now, Cal Dalton, I know you only just got to the league this season. You got to be a little bit smarter down there. You don't need to wrestle with Taco. You will always lose the wrestling battle. Sure. If he gets a catch, they likely will double. So now Taco gets to go to the free throw line, which probably, judging by his percentage, might not be that bad of a thing.
Well, we've seen teams that the term is hack-a-shack in world basketball after Shaquille O'Neal sending him to the free throw line. And right now, Taco is 1 air ball, and, you know, that's... You could get that one as close as you want, but right now struggling from the free throw line. And that one doesn't fall either. And right now the Bullets with an 8-point lead. Prather. Gives it up to Dalton.
There's your shot.
Cook, that's his shot. Can't convert it that time. Bannon does a good job of hunting it down, but steps out.
Taco, you got to know that Keandre Cook going to shoot that, man. Taco got to do better in that situation. I know he missed it, But you can't let Keandre, who's got 19 points, just tee off wide open threes.
Little under a minute remains in this first half, 38-46. The Breakers got off to a hot start, and the Brisbane Bullets have since contained.
Number one. What's the foul? Bonus.
And the Brisbane Bullets will go to the line in the bonus.
This would be the 19th and 20th free throw for New Zealand. But they only made 10 of them. They 10 out of 18 so far. They left 8 on the board in a low-scoring game like this. Not a good thing.
Certainly one of those ones you don't want to be looking back in the post-game saying that's what cost them. The Taco Fall, of course, he's got known issues at the free throw line. Matt Mooney a lot more reliable. And the Breakers will be hoping for a strong finish to this quarter. And that'll go a little bit of the way. 6-point lead to the Bullets. Petteri Koppinen. Of course, that window to the play-in is slightly ajar. But you're more playing just to roll into next year with a bit of momentum, you'd imagine, for the New Zealand Breakers. Prather. Countered by King. Pulls up. Can't convert.
Wow, another wide open triple. Petteri Koppinen must be sitting over there with his just... Can't believe it. This is what happens, though. Let's see how they go in this last possession of the half.
3-second differential between shot and game clock. Jackson Cartwright went into the second term with 7 assists. He looks to leave with 7 assists. Mooney, nice little step back, pulls up. Can't hit that. And Casey Prather will get one last attempt at it from the half-court line. A little too much heat, and the Brisbane Bullets, well, they've got a 6-point lead. They'll want to push it a little bit further out than that, Damon Lowry, because in this league, that's going to be swallowed up very, very quickly if you don't bring it. They found their heat from the three-point line, which pushed the lead out. But the Breakers, well, they've got to find a way to get Taco Fall back involved in the game, and they've got to do it quick.
I honestly thought that the New Zealand Breakers would have a massive advantage on the inside with Sam Meninga, Jonah Bolden, Taco Fall going up basically just against Josh Bannon and Torrey Smith-Milner. But they have somehow not been able to take advantage of their overall size. And now this is why they're looking at a 6-point deficit.
Well, Sam Meninga, of course, not playing many minutes in that half and only the 1 attempt, but we welcome in the player of the first half, Casey Prather. Casey, you came into this game, of course, a fantastic first half from you, but you've come into this one very, very undersized with your injuries. Are you happy with how you're containing the New Zealand bigs so far?
Yeah, definitely. You know, Taco, he demanded a lot of attention down there, so I think the team is doing a great job of just sinking in, making them kick out, and by the time they kick out and try to go back in, it's you know, low shot clock, so I think we're doing a good job.
Casey, I'm calling you Mr. Fundamental, man. Loving your footwork, all your jabs and head fakes and shot fakes and whatnot. Now, you guys are spreading the floor. It looks like you're going at Taco, so can we expect a lot more just pick and roll? You coming off shooting Jays?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he sits so far down, and our guys setting some great big screens. So me, Dre, J.A., we got to do a good job of coming off ready to shoot.
Well, Casey, great first half, and I know you got another 20 in you in this second.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Casey Prather, the player of the first half for the Bullets, who currently lead by 6. Can the Breakers fight back into this one and spoil the play-in party for the Bullets? Or are they going to continue chasing the Jack Jumpers in this second half? Plenty more of action to play out.
Wolfbrook Arena. Kareem Lopez and the New Zealand Breakers, they trail by 6 to the hot shooting Brisbane Bullets, are the best three-point shooting team in the league, and they're putting it on display. Cook, Prather, you name it, stepping back, they are doing it. The race for the play-in is hot and it's heated right now. There's another one coming up after this, which means big ramifications. But right now, the Brisbane Bullets, all they got to worry about is getting this one done.
One at a time. They go on the road, tough place to play, long road trip. What do you want to do? Control the tempo. Right now, they're doing a good job not turning the ball over, executing, making those extra passes. They get some good quality shots. They're taking the crowd out of it. Got a nice little 6-point lead for the half.
Well, as we go to the Hungry Jacks highlights right now, it's Keandre Cook who's featured in his fair share of Hungry Jacks highlights. He may as well work there, Damon.
Hungry Jacks, yep. Keandre's been balling. He's been quiet, like I said, for the last couple of games. But this man is an absolute scorer. He's a shot maker, and they leaving him wide open, and this is just shooting practice for Keandre. His team recognizes he's hot. Ooh, that move right there is so classy. He is a handful right now for the Breakers, and if they don't do something different, we are looking at a 30-piece.
19 points so far for Keandre Cook. Of course, with Bateman going down, he's been tasked with a lot of scoring. And 19 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 4 of 8 from the three-point line. Casey Prather, of course, doing it right now. But you're going to need a repeat of this in the second half if they want to remain just edging ahead ever slightly in this one.
They got to take care of, like I said, keep the tempo the way it is. Taco, they've neutralized him. PJC is being a little bit of a handful with some assists, but they're controlling the game right now.
Parker Jackson-Cartwright went into that second term with 7 assists, and unfortunately for everyone playing at home, he left that second term and entered the half with the 7 assists, and a lot was to do with Taco Fall just not being a focal position in the offense in that second quarter.
It's hard to get the tempo the way Parker wants it if they're taking the ball out of the net. They're behind. It's hard to run on makes. It's easy to run on misses. So right now, their defense is probably one of the main reasons Parker hasn't been as effective as he was early in the game. So the one thing about Parker is he is not going to slow down.
Well, let's have a look at the Mitsubishi Motors standings right now, because the race for the play-in is well and truly alive. You look at that, the Brisbane Bullets, 11 wins. They want to keep creeping up right there. The Breakers sitting there below, but it's the Adelaide 36ers above them that are probably, in a lot of people's opinions, you look at the Bullets right now with more losses than the 36ers, are the ones that are going to be really, really chasing. And we got some men on the ground. Brad Rosen and Derek Rucker, as we welcome them into the broadcast. Fellas, hey, one, I'm jealous of you, Derek, because you get to hang out all night with Brad, which is one of my favourite activities ever to do. And two, this game has huge ramifications for the finals.
Felix, I'm so glad you say that, because no one else has said that ever to me, but I do appreciate it. That's right, tonight, over 11,000 people expected here at Kudos Bank Arena, and Derek, it doesn't get much better. We've had some great games this week, but this is Sydney Kings coming off the back of a great win, Adelaide coming on the back of a great win. They're trying to get in the top 2, the Kings, where Adelaide, well, they want to get 6th spot.
Yeah, Brad, Friday night in Sydney historically has been a huge night for basketball, and we've got stars aplenty out here. Montrezl Harrell, Jalen Adams, Xavier Cooks. Man, the list goes on, but I'm really looking forward to the battle of the point guards. Adam versus Kendrick Davis, 2 guys who will be vying for first team All-NBL and who will have a major say in the outcome of this game.
Fellas, I was just about to say before we start talking real hoops, 2-on-2, me and Felix against y'all 2.
You got no chance. You got no chance.
Absolutely nothing.
How many fouls do I get?
That's silly.
Hey, look, what about big shot Kawhi Noy? Because is there anybody in the league right now hotter than this man?
No, it's as simple as that, mate. And, it's interesting you talk about the 6-man and everything. He's just not coming on and giving 6-man role. He's winning them games. There was a game the other day at 27, and without him, they don't win this game. And, Derek, that's what I'm loving about him. He's coming on, his confidence. He's saying, I want this award and what that award. But the problem is, and the difference is, he's backing it up with his play.
And Adelaide have a matchup problem. I'm not sure who they go with to try and restrict Kawhi Noy's influence on this game. And he does it inside. He does it outside. But he's coming off that bench ready to play. He's full of energy. He's full of spirit. And in career best form, I'm doubtful that he doesn't go for less than 20 tonight.
Wow.
Well, of course, and we spoke about this on Overtime during the week with Kawhi Noy. It's not exactly, this isn't a guy, they're not treating him like a guy coming off the bench, as you say. When he's on the floor, he's treated as the main scorer. He's getting a couple of Bryce Cotton plays out there.
And that's what they've done really well. They've been able to, and it's quite abnormal in our league where you have a guy come on and now it's about the focus on him. And that's what they've done really well. Gorge could have easily put him in a starting role at some stage this year, but he didn't. He knew what he wanted to do and he stayed away from that and started other guys in different roles, and they bought him off. And I haven't seen a guy more comfortable come off the bench and appreciate his role.
And his performance also has allowed Cam Oliver to work his way into the lineup. Brian feeling more confident about the overall team's performance has allowed him to provide a bit more leniency to Cam Oliver. And to Oliver's credit, he's responded well. And I've said it numerous times. The Kings cannot win the championship without Cam Oliver playing a major role in this basketball team.
Very true.
It's certainly true. We're going to wrap here, but I'll tell you what, Mark Scuderi from Men's Club is going to be very happy with what he's seeing right now. That is two well-fitting slick blazers, guys. Fantastic, and we look forward to listening to you in the game. We're cutting to a break. The second half coming up next. The Brisbane Bullets, 6-point leaders.
Second half basketball set to get underway here. A 6-point lead to the Bullets. The term must-win game gets thrown around like a pigskin, Damon Lowry, but here it applies because the race for the play-in, it's open. Now the New Zealand Breakers, this is definitely a must-win. They're going to have to work their way as Lopez goes upstairs and teases us.
I like that set, though. Kind of saw Casey napping a little bit, then he got punched on.
It's all on the line for the Bullets. A must-win if they want to stay alive for the play-in. And a chance to play a late February basketball. Jackson Cartwright works up top, finds Bolden. Mooney, straight line drive, gets the little floater, not feathery enough.
Bullets are doing a good job in transition. I know it's only been a couple possessions.
Prather errant with the ball in the backcourt, and Mooney can't quite go to the moon, so he'll stay a planet below and lay it in.
I'm sure you're saying Mooney can't dunk. Surely.
Well, I've seen him dunk. He played the percentages that time, which for the fans at Wolfbrook was a little bit disappointing.
That was only Brisbane's 5th turnover of the game. They've been doing a great job taking care of the ball.
Good job there from Lopez to swat away the Cook attempt. He'll take it coast to coast. And the Brisbane Bullets will be whistled for the blocking foul. Another late call.
There was a time when that would have never been called.
Oh, here we go. Old man yells at Cloud.
No, it's just one of those times where Mitch Norton, this is what he does. Mitch knows how to put his body right on the line, hands straight up, takes a hit, goes down. They don't want to call that a charge, so they got to call it something. So it's either going to be a flop warning or a block. I just didn't see the foul on Mitch in that situation.
There's certainly a world where not everything has to be either a block or a charge. There is a middle zone there.
There's a no call.
Mooney can't complete that one. It's all front rim. Prather, a hot first half. Can he continue it? Yes, he can.
Unsustainable defense by Taco Fall. Unsustainable. Here's the mid-range bandit, Casey Prather, Keandre Cook, and that's all they're going to do for this entire second half is just put him in ball screens and just shoot mid-range middies all day.
Prather and Cook leading the way for the Bullets. The next high scorer is just the 7 points as Cook throws it away. Casey Prather going mixtape mode in the middle of the court. Cook works on the smaller Jackson Cartwright, who does a good job to fight it away, but he's whistled for the foul.
Parker's 3rd foul. He's got to be extra careful. When you're known thief like Parker is, you feel like you can take everything.
And usually on a play like this, and a good call from the official there, a little too much contact across the body, but usually, and I don't know if you'd argue against this, Damon, but the smaller player sometimes gets the benefit of the doubt.
No, we don't.
Bannon from outside. Can't finish. Cook will come up with it. Smith-Milner, that's where he makes his money. Goes bankrupt that time. Six-point lead to the Bullets, the same as we entered the half. Lopez through the middle of the paint. Oh, could have gone upstairs again, Damon. Could have gone upstairs again, and he teases us.
He wouldn't turn it over. A good take by the youngin.
7 points on the night, coming off a career high of 20. Cook out of control to the rim. Manages to get it away to Prather, who's never shy of a stare-down three, just like he lobs up there.
Jonah's very capable of switching on the guards on the ball screen. As long as he uses his position, his length, not try to crowd the guy, use his size to contain. That job did a pretty decent job that time.
Jackson Cartwright, again, given a lot of room to roam. 7 assists to his name so far. King well defended by Adams, who's back into the game. Fall, finds Lopez, swings it around. Pull up, Cash.
I don't know why, good pull up by Park. I don't know why you double Taco. Just see if he can score on Torrey Smith-Milner. I'm not so sure he can.
Cook fights his way into the paint, finds Adam on the outside. Well, Jack Jumpers fans right now are going to be rooting for New Zealand because of that play-in race, and they wouldn't want to see their old superstar knocking one down in the favour of the Bullets.
Yeah, don't forget, we remember Josh Adams' work. He's been quiet so far today.
Nice little step back there from Mojave King. Josh Adams did some fantastic work with the Jack Jumpers in that inaugural season. Great to see him back in the league. Hopefully, we can get him for a full season next year.
I feel like Brisbane, if they're not careful, they're wasting their opportunity. I feel like they should have a double-digit lead. And the longer they keep this game close, the home crowd advantage gets into it. You just don't want to put yourself in that situation.
The Breakers, of course, with a heartbreaking loss at the last second to Melbourne United. They took care of the Jack Jumpers. who are undermanned. They've got an undermanned Bullets here that they're looking to do the same to. They're in the point of spoiling parties.
Wow.
As Cook gets the mid-range to go, and a nice wry smile comes to the face of Damon Lowry.
I mean, Taco's basically saying, just come over my side. Just come over here, and if you want a wide open jump shot. These dudes are shooting a high percentage from there, just making it harder for them.
PJC comes up short on the mid-range, and Bannon looks to go coast to coast with the Euro. Gets up, nice finish.
I like Josh's game in the transition.
And Taco Fall certainly not happy with something out there on the court as Grim Lopez just spins around and draws the foul. And Taco Fall not happy with something.
No, keep walking. No. You got to be not happy about the ball screen defense.
I got some sympathy for my...
First be upset about that. Then you can be upset about something else because you're giving up wide open jump shots. Pettery Competent, I don't know if he caught one to the nether regions, but Pettery Competent sees right now that he's got to sub him out because he's giving up buckets.
He's certainly not happy. Look, we hope it's not anger towards an injury here because he's grabbing towards that lower leg as well. We'll hopefully get a replay. It's something appeared to happen on the previous possession.
Like he's grabbing his bit of everything. Can't quite make out.
There's a lot of leg there to grab.
We need a replay.
Taco Fall, a massive mismatch. They just haven't been able to get him too involved in the game, which coming into this with no Tyrell Harrison, no Rocco Zikarsky. Taco Fall would have circled this as a game that he could have a big performance, and you can imagine there's a bit of frustration through that as well. We hope that he's all good.
No, I think he might have caught one to the minerals. And that'll make all of us go to our knees.
Well, we go to the replay here. The referees are actually reviewing for an act of violence, and look, it looks like he's got an elbow right to the... Yeah. I don't believe it was the nether regions.
We don't need to zoom in. Yeah, we don't need to zoom in.
Appreciate that, cameraman, but I think we can do without it. I think we can live without that shot. And from what we can hear here, it looks like it's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul on Terry Smith-Milner, which he's bemused about as Damon...
Let's see.
No, it did look like he was going...
Did he wind up? Did he wind up? Oh, yeah.
He gave a bit to it. He gave a bit to it. I've played with Toey before. I know what that looks like, and I know what that feels like, so I sympathise.
And it wasn't necessary.
And it's actually been upgraded here to an act of violence.
I know, he subbed out.
Because it's considered a non-basketball play.
Let's go, Sam.
But he's off the court, so he can't shoot the free throws, which is probably a good thing.
Count themselves lucky on that one.
Hang on. See his sub?
You hope the Taco Fall's all right there. He appears to be grabbing around that.
The physio wants no part of that. I'm not massaging nothing over there. You're on your own, big fella.
Sam Menenga will go to the line here.
But do you see the ball screen defense? I mean, okay, yep. Taco obviously took that hit. But while he's on the floor, if he's not scoring on the offensive end, he is such a liability on the defensive end that you can't have him out there for long. Only way you can have him out there is if he's giving you 4 to 5 dunks a quarter to make up for what he's giving up on the other end. He's in the negative is what I'm trying to say.
Dinger down into the game for the Bullets, and Taco Fall, it's just a different type of player to work with, and the Breakers have done a great job of finding ways at times to take advantage of them. This game certainly not an example of that.
And they still only down by 6.
Still well and truly in this game. PJC works off the on-ball, cuts into the paint, stops on a dime. Can't rattle it in, but Sam Menenga will pull it down, gets it back to PJC, who says, who needs 2 when you can have 3?
Yeah,
and the Breakers can't make him pay on that possession.
I just feel like Brisbane playing with a little bit of fire. Easy put mid-range jumper for Parker. He normally knocks those down. No, Brisbane just can't pull away.
Norton guarded by PJC. Adams hit fire his last 3 from outside. Prather has the strength advantage over Bolden, gets the and one on the step back to go. You called him before, the mid-range master.
Mr. Fundamental, no wasted dribbles. Just put the ball on the floor, got to his spot, got Jonah off balance, just raised up.
The Casey Prather second half of the season resurgence continues, and Do you see a place for Casey potentially on an All-NBL team? I know that wins mean a lot. If the Brisbane Bullets can sneak into the play-in, you'd have to be looking towards an All-NBL first team the way that he's been performing.
Man, it is so many good dudes in the league. There's so many guys playing lights-out basketball. And I'm not going to be one of those guys going to put a whole 4 guards in my particular team. It's going to be hard. I can't wait to see what ends up happening.
The award season, outside of maybe the MVP, probably the most hotly contested one we've had in a long time. So many players having standout years. Menenga from deep. That's good.
Great job by Matt Mooney sucking the defense in, making that easy kick out to Sam.
Sam Menenga, when he's hitting from outside, he makes the rim defense on the other end a whole lot more difficult. Norton tries to go around Mooney, gets his pocket picked. And the break is just starting to wrestle a bit of momentum back in this one. Mooney stuck in the backcourt. Great pressure from the Bullets, and they come up with it.
And then just give away a silly foul out of frustration. Guaranteed that foul gonna come back to haunt Matt by the end of this game.
Let's go, guys.
Played great post defense. I'm sure that wasn't part of the plan, Mitch Norton, to try to post him up, but he did the work. Got the steal, but just turned it over and then compounded it with the foul.
Adams, another pass deflected. The Brisbane Bullets have been out with their passing tonight, for the most part, so the breakers. Not many resulting in too many turnovers as Menenga goes round and goes up.
You got to read the scout. If you get Sam Menenga on the box and you try to get physical in the crowd and he spins off of you.
We said at the start of the game that the advantage for the Breakers was in Taco Fall and was in Sam Menenga. As you look at the Amy replay here, Casey Prather just caught napping. And how many times this season have we seen Sam Menenga get to that exact same play?
We've seen it because, you know, we're basically citizens of New Zealand. We've seen him spin off of physical contact. If you sag off, he's going to take dribbles and crab and get into your chest. I'm surprised that New Zealand don't go to that more often.
Well, Brisbane Bullets and Stu Lash will certainly be looking at their free agents and who's going to remain and who's going to be headed to a new destination. From the names on that list who head into free agency, it's very, very interesting. For me, Casey Prather's the one that you've just got to nail as quick as possible.
Yeah, no, you don't mess around with Casey. Get that signature done. Sam McDaniel, hopefully he can come back healthy next season. Jury's out. Josh Adams, you know, he came in as an injury replacement, so that's not going to happen because James Bateman will be back. Dingadale, he's a must for me. But yeah, they got to work it out in the offseason. I like all the pieces that they have.
This team with Casey Prather playing at All-NBL level, Keandre Cook playing at the level that he can, and James Bateman playing at his 50-point potential level. That's a dangerous team.
That's your nucleus right there.
And of course, we remiss of us to forget Tyrell Harrison in that group, who probably, for the most part, allows these guys to play with such free will on the outside. He's a great screener, he's a great rebounder, and he knows how to work in the inside. The highest field goal percentage across the league, so you cannot underestimate how big of an out Tyrell Harrison is in this game. And we hope he's back out there sooner. Prather sneaks in there. Can't get it to fall, but Bannon hunts the glass, and he'll be fouled in the process.
All created by Casey Prather's penetration. You let a guy get that deep, forces some defensive rotations. And good job by Bano getting on the offensive glass.
Parker Jackson Cartwright up to 9 assists for the game, the highest across the league. Bryce Cotton and Matthew Dellavedova reaching 12. So just the 3 to go for Parker Jackson Cartwright for a bit of late season brilliance here, and you can imagine if he can get himself up to 12, it'll go a long way for the Breakers remaining in this game. Bannon converts the second. 5-point lead, a little under 4 minutes in this third term. Breakers playing mostly for pride. Their final side still slightly ajar, but the Bullets, as Mooney pulls up from deep and cans it.
Matt Mooney taking advantage of a sloppy switch. That brings him up to 11 of 30 from three-point line, but if Matt Mooney gets hot.
Adams works, finds Norton, gets deep into the paint, draws the foul in the process. He was in his steps, it's an and one.
And one, great job by Mitch, putting his head down, getting on the rim. This is a very mobile 5 that Brisbane got on the floor. Just about every player they got right now can spread you out and penetrate.
If the Brisbane Bullets can sneak their way into the play-in, and that's all of Tasmania's injuries considered, Damon, do you see a world where they can contest? Tyrell Harrison back into the lineup?
Tough world, because then you got to consider Adelaide. So it's 3 teams going for that 6th spot: Adelaide, Brisbane, Tassie. 2 of them can't get in. And I just feel like Adelaide might be the one for me.
The Adelaide 36 is certainly a dangerous roster at full strength. They're up next in this doubleheader as Mooney works his way in, can't find any success. Prather will push it the other way. Guarded by Darling. Gets it off to Cook, so quick with the dribble. Prather back to the basket, turns around, Darling comes over to help. And he's going to go to the line for 2.
That's just what you call grown man ISO game. Kendrick Cook went right back to him on the block. And Casey said, Mojave, yes, you more athletic than me. Might be fractionally taller than me, but you can't deal with me down here.
And this is where Casey's game is so good. All facets, from the 3-point line, the post up, the dribble drive. They can attack you any which way.
Hang on.
You got to not let Casey get an easy catch on the box. Even in that mid-range area, if you can deny him, he just knows how to use his strength.
The hard part about guarding Casey is you can't really give him an easy catch anyway, because he's going to hurt you from the low block, he's going to hurt you from the 3-point line, and then he's going to slash past you and get to the rim. So Casey Prather up to 19 for the game, looking to make it 20 on this second free throw. It's been him and Keandre Cook leading the way, keeping the season alive for the Bullets. The commentator's curse there. He janks it off the rim.
Too early before the ring, Casey. Pink ball.
Casey and Keandre combined for 40 out of the 63 Brisbane Bullet points. Banos chipped in with 10, but this is a throwback to when the imports used to do a lot of the heavy lifting.
Taco Fall still yet to re-enter the game after leaving with what was considered an act of violence from Torrey Smith-Milner. PJC again gets deep into the paint, has it taken away, fouled in the process. Norton not happy about it.
One of the toughest covers in the league, because if you crowd him, he's just going to get by you, guaranteed. You sag off of him, he can shoot the mid-range. You need some help when he penetrates deep like that, but you don't want to be undisciplined and start fouling and put him to the line.
Converts the first. 5-point lead of the current flow of the game. Damon, are you more sitting in the Brisbane camp, or are you sitting in the New Zealand camp as they look to just wrestle momentum back?
Yeah, I feel like as long as this game stays close like this, I'm just leaning towards the home team. I just feel like Brisbane had opportunities to stretch this lead out to double figures. But credit to New Zealand for keeping it close.
Justin Schuller doing a fantastic job here, keeping his team in the game, albeit without their 7-footers. Adams, another errant pass. Bannon, Isaac White, we know he can hit it from outs there, and he does.
We all know Isaac will not hesitate for a second.
A real X factor for this Brisbane Bullets lineup, and he's called upon even more with their injuries. At PJC just working his way. There's not much you can do to stop that.
Now, this is a pick and roll heavy league. Everybody's got a guard that can get in there and do that kind of stuff.
Adams works off the on ball. Guarded by PJC. Shakes. Can't bait. And Darling will rip it down. Jackson Cartwright starting to get a bit of control over this game. Menenga, he hit one a little bit earlier. Can't convert there. Lopez will wrestle forward down low, and Adams will come away with it. Cook finds Bannon through the paint. Nice footwork, gets to that little lefty hook and can't convert.
Slow it down, get a good set.
48 seconds to go. The Breakers happy to slow this one down. Menenga finds Jackson Cartwright. Works, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Deep in the paint, steps back. Splash.
You got problems. Parker, normally a little dude wouldn't want to go into the key like that. Parker, that's what he loves to live. That little 8-footer, he'll knock those down all day.
4-second differential, shot and game clock. 10 seconds. The Bullets under a late quarter surge here from the Breakers. PJC comes up with this. He's led the charge in this third term. 2 seconds.
Look at him.
Gets deep into the paint, goes up, can't finish. And the Breakers, they trail by 3. But as Damon says, the longer they hang around, the more dangerous they become. The Bullets by 3, fourth quarter up next. Welcome back to Wolfbrook Arena. That would have brought the house down if Lopez could have finished it. But right now, the Brisbane Bullets look like they were pushing away at the hands of Casey Prather and Keandre Cook. But Sam Menenga and PJ just said, hold on. We're still here. Still here to spoil the party. And I'll tell you what, the New Zealand Breakers not only playing good basketball, but they appear to have got their mascot and a whole bunch of stuffed toys or gymnastics equipment to further slow down the pace of the Brisbane Bullets.
Nothing wrong with gymnastics. I'm a gym dad. This game is dead even. 3-point lead, obviously, to the Bullets, but rebound didn't count 23 each, assists 12 each. Even the turnovers are even 7 each. This game is going down to the wire.
Well, Brisbane Bullets fans will be nervous as Prather pulls up mid-range master. Can't get it done there, but the Bullets will get another chance out of here. Cook. 0 for 2 to start for the Bullets. Everything on the line here. A must-win game if they want to roll towards that play-in game. The Adelaide 36ers and the Sydney Kings coming up next. The 36ers, their main competition to chase down that 6th spot. Lopez gets it tipped away. PJC with the smart foul in transition. Just slow it down when you don't have the numbers.
Yeah, is it though? And that's his 3rd foul. But the quarter just started. Is it, Felix?
Hey, you know more than anyone, Damon. Point guards, they're a little smarter than everyone else on the court, so they know how to avoid those foul situations. Bannon. Cook and Prather have led the way so far. They'll be relied upon as he crosses back. Nice move there. And Norton finishes the job from the corner. Andre Cook, so quick with the dribble, is able to yank guys from one elbow to the other in a single dribble. PJC pressured and doubled. Darling Gets the pass tipped away, but it still reaches the destination. Just rims out. McCarron will rip it back down and give the Breakers another chance. PJC. Nice pass there. Can't get his 10th assist of the game. Prather gets McCarron out of his socks. Great footwork by Bannon, gets inside. The strength of his game, the pivots down low. He may be a little undersized for a big, but he makes up for it, Damon, with the way he moves down there.
I love Josh Bannon's patience when he gets around the basket. He's in no rush just to shoot it. He's got time to up fake, step through, and when he's on his left hand, lethal.
Tangerine timeout here. Tell you what, Damon, it's a fantastic time to travel the world this time of year. India, London,
yeah,
the UK, some of these countries, I'll tell you what, some would even consider better than Australia at times.
Really?
They're so good to travel to.
You got the travel bug, do you?
No, I've certainly got the travel bug. I've been waiting to get to New Delhi is one of the places I've got listed on my little things. Bangalore, another one.
What about Christchurch?
Well, the issue is, if I go to Christchurch, I'm not sure which one I'm going to. Now, we have made the mistake once. Our college basketball team made the mistake of flying to Newark instead of New York, which resulted in a bit of a bus trip. So that certainly has happened. But the world is a beautiful place, Damon.
I've been to Invercargill in New Zealand.
Yeah, well, they did have. Were you at the game that they did there?
We had a 3x3 tournament.
That would have been it. There was a game in Invercargill that I remember because I made a little Photoshop thing with it. 8-point lead to the Brisbane Bullets. Racing, charging, hunting down Tasmania and the Adelaide 36ers for that play-in spot. The live ladder right now has them equal on 11 wins, but Adelaide, who come up against the Sydney Kings after this, still have the advantage. But it's a must-win game against those Kings. PJC right in the middle, nice dish. 10 assists, is it? No, it's not. He's still got to wait.
I mean, the fact that Parker can get somebody a wide open shot like that based on pure speed. It's just unfortunate that Matt Mooney just can't get into a flow, can't knock him down.
This Breakers offense does require both PJC and Mooney to be firing to register a win. Lopez has done his best to be the Robin to his Batman at times. Smith-Milner deep on the inside, fouled by Bolden on the catch. The Bullets just creating a little buffer 2 minutes into the last quarter.
I love the keeping it simple, Brisbane. Keandre and Casey getting ball screens from Torrey Smith-Milner. They know kind of where their shots are coming from, who they're trying to get the ball to. They're executing well on the offensive end.
Cook throws it up to Smith-Milner. Great pass, and Miller's fouled.
Good back pick. Don't see a whole lot of those.
Let's go, Toey. One up.
A rare lost art in the coaching. Almost a takeover of the flex offense these days. The back screen has been lost.
And you don't want to start getting yourself in foul trouble. That's the Breakers' third team foul. It's going to be hard to come back when you can't play real aggressive D because you're worried about sending a team to the foul line.
Don't forget, if you're looking for a new pair of wheels, you can score a $1,000 Visa gift card for any NBL or NBL1 members. Purchase a new Mitsubishi vehicle. Errant's second free throw there.
Taco's back in.
To the Bullets. Taco fall back into the game. Gets it right down low, too easy. And you can't help but think, where was that for a majority of the game, Damon?
Yeah, he wasn't letting, normally Torrey Smith-Milner makes that a little bit tougher. But that time, Taco was committed to getting deep as he could.
The referee doesn't let Mitch Norton get away with the veteran move of just hooking the elbow in as you drive. Great ball there by Chris Reed.
Play.
Taco looking a little bit more sinister since his last time out there on the floor.
Torrey Smith-Milner did come out according to the officials, according to the rule book, what was doing
how deep he is.
Violence. And another errant pass there from the Breakers gets tipped off. Norton gets it back from Prather. No interest in the shot. Prather, you cannot say the same, and he knocks it down.
Come on, man. Casey, don't be giving my little man the too small. But Casey,
PJC gets through, gets up, and gets in.
Casey says, I got you on this end, but Parker's like, before you can celebrate, I'm back at you, full court layup. You gotta show Parker Jackson Cartwright a wall in transition, or it would be a layup line.
Jackson Cartwright just such a great job of hesitating, sending the defense to sleep for just a moment, and then bang, exploding to the rim. It is a nightmare guarding opportunity.
One of the few guys that is equally as fast on both hands.
A lot to be said for that for kids who are listening, playing back home. To be ambidextrous in the game of basketball is an unbelievable advantage. Parker Jackson Cartwright, a perfect example of that. Can't complete at the free throw line, and the Bullets will just be happy to suck a little bit of pace out of this game. Smith-Milner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bannon stuck on Taco Fall. Island there in the charge circle. Smith-Milner gets in, floats it up. Nice little pass to Bannon. Can't get it to fall, but the Bullets crashing the offensive glass. And Taco Fall not too happy about it.
Real active, good patience. Torrey Smith-Milner, man, he has been very impressive all season. For every game he plays, he probably wouldn't be in many people's scouting report, but he provides so much depth and experience and smarts around the basket, can shoot the three ball. We saw him in the preseason in the blitz, shooting the lights out. He's a perfect complementary big to have.
Mooney does a great job of cutting, weaving, ducking and diving. He's waving the ball to the rim there. Can't complete the and one. He'll be kicking himself about it, but he'll go to the line. Ten-point lead to the Bullets. The race for the play-in, it's wide open. Sydney and Adelaide coming up next. The Adelaide 36 is regarded by many as the strongest hope to overtake a injured and wounded Tasmania in that sixth spot. But Tassie, you know, we talk about, Damon, we talk about the Adelaide 36ers and the Brisbane Bullets as Cook gets up on a transition, just gets straight past Taco Fall. He's going to get the goaltend. Strong, confident finish there by Cook, who gets his tally to 23. But the Jack Jumpers, it's going to be tough for them to win games, but you cannot write them off no matter how undermanned or injured they are.
No, you got to play that game out to the final buzzer. They've earned everybody's respect, even though they're wounded, down a few bodies. You know what you're going to get from them. Look at this.
PJC again getting a wide open straight line drive and gets it to fall.
A layup line, a one-man layup line.
PJC just doing a fantastic job of keeping the Breakers in this game. As they whip it away here, can they wrestle back a bit of momentum? Again, PJC puts the skates on. He cops one of the ribs on the way through. And he is in a whole world of pain on the sideline. Mooney, can he take the reins here? Gets it tipped away. Darling, Jonah Bolden, that's his bread and butter. Can't get that one to fall.
They have to string some stops together. That is just...
Braithen draws the foul there, but Parker Jackson Cartwright is in a world of hurt right now as we look to this little Amy replay. Just a slight knock to the ribs, but even though those ones can appear innocuous.
Matt Mooney, okay, yep, Parker's sore right now. He's in some discomfort right now.
We saw Bryce Cotton miss a heap of games with a similarly innocuous sort of knock. Well, we hope that's not the case here for Parker Jackson Cartwright, but he is.
We obviously hope the best for Parker, but Matt Mooney just picked up his fourth foul.
And Prather with the up and under. And Matt Mooney with Parker Jackson Cartwright out of this game, Damon. You mentioned before that his previous foul at the half-court line will come back to hurt him, and it appears you have foreshadowed it. Darling working his way through the paint. Nice little step through.
And I get what he was trying to do. He's trying to stop play to get Parker off the floor, but somebody else got to make the foul.
The Breakers just keeping their heads above water. Under 5 minutes to go. Adele can't get that to fall. The Breakers need to get their offense flowing, and it's going to be up to Mooney. Mooney pulls up. Cash!
We've seen this movie. We've seen the Matt Mooney movie. Just when you think he's quiet, when he hasn't done a whole lot lately, All it takes is one shot.
Looks like they might have to do it without PJC to finish this game out, but if there's ever a time for Matt Mooney to catch fire, it is now. He's led them for the entire 5 games that PJC was out of this lineup under suspension. And he might be tasked with the same thing here as we have a listen in to Petteri Koppinen.
Hey, listen. 4.5 minutes to go. We are right there. Take care of the ball. Communicate. We'll see how they come out. If Tori is in, we have to be ready to rotate. Communication.
You should be matched up with Bannon.
Hey.
Bannon and Toji are together.
First play, we go first side hip for Mooney. If it's Mooney, fake, come out. If it's not there, you know, Mitch, slider. Right, first side hip. If it's not there, put the ball inside to Taco.
Here we go. Winning time.
I could listen to Petteri Koppinen. I could listen to his timeouts all day long. Look at this Amy replay right here. Taco sets the screen, and this time the Breakers are in a miniature drop D. Toi doesn't respect Matt Mooney, so Toi's worried about Taco on the roll. That's the man you need to worry about right there.
Well, PJC will wait for an update there on whether he's going to take any further part in this game, but Matt Mooney is going to be tasked with the scoring duties, you'd imagine. Isaac White turns down the pull-up. Cook, he's been the hot hand, steps back. Ooh, catches it. The Brisbane Bullets needed a bucket. And that is 26 points on the night for Keandre Cook.
Highly skilled. No need to double from there. No need.
Ball guarded by Smith-Milner. Gets towards the middle, goes for the hook with it, just lays it in.
You live with it, it's 2. You get 3 on the other end, 2 up this end.
It's a dangerous game to play, Damon. Cook straight through the middle. Opts not to try to finish against Fall. Finds Bannon on the outside, who's going to go back to the basket. Cook. He's the hot hand, steps back, tries to draw the foul, doesn't. Great defense by Max Darling. Five-point lead to the Bullets, a little over 3 minutes in this final term.
Don't need to double. Too far out, one-on-one.
Taco Fall left alone.
Now you give up that.
Can't complete a much-needed bucket there for the Breakers.
Dodged the bullet. Isaac White got lucky.
White. Smith-Milner turns down the shot, gets the straight line drive, draws the foul, and gets the bucket.
Toi. So underrated.
Number 12.
Toi can put the ball on the floor. You got to close out on him properly. Not like you ain't never done a closeout before. 7-point lead. Phoenix about to be 8 with just under 3 to go.
The New Zealand Breakers have just done a great job this season of games of this nature, just not saying die, especially towards this late part of the year. And a heads-up play there from Jonah Bolden to tip it off the rim. 7-point lead. Brisbane looking to keep their season alive in the race to the play-in. Fall back to the basket, gets to the middle and draws the foul.
So he got to do a better job getting this fight happening early. He was doing it in the first half. He's just giving up real estate now to Taco. Maybe he feels guilty about clipping him in there.
It was an act of violence, yeah. The court, sounds like a court ruling. Mooney throws it upstairs to Taco Fall. He's going to get the foul and he's going to convert it. The Breakers are still alive.
The greatest out-of-bounds play we've seen in a long time.
Let's go, guys. Light up. One shot.
And one of the silliest fouls because you are not blocking the shot. It's a soft and one.
I will say, Damon, that it is easier said than done in that situation. Taco Fall, he's had a nightmare from the free throw line. 1 of 6, but he converts it in the clutch. 4-point ball game. The Bullets looking to keep their season alive. He may look calm and collected there, Justin Schuller, but he knows the ramifications of this game. Sydney and Adelaide coming up next, and they are in the same boat for the Adelaide 36 as the Kings. sitting a little easier, sleeping a little easier, but the 36ers, they'll be watching with their New Zealand Breakers jerseys on. Adams steps back. Can't come up with it.
Great job by Taco. He came up a little bit high on that ball screen and then just sagged off. Instead of starting so low, I knew he was capable of it.
Mooney guarded by Cook. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Turns down the step back, finds the veteran McCarron. All front rim, Bannon pulls it down.
And that's the guy that you want.
Bannon looking to go coast to coast, Euro steps, draws the foul. His second and one of the last quarter.
With the non-preferred right hand in transition, this is where he likes to live.
The lead pushes out to 6. Bannon will have the chance to go to 7, under 2 minutes left in the ball game.
Bullets playing the percentages. Mitch McCarron, even though he's capable of knocking down the 3 ball, the percentages say he's only going to make it 22% of the time. Justin Shooter 2 minutes away from keeping his playoff hopes alive.
The Bullets dealing with no shortage of injury issues all throughout this season, losing James Bateman, one of their elite scorers, their rim protector and finisher down low, and Tyrell Harrison. The New Zealand Breakers are no slouch. They've played some fantastic games to finish out this year. They need Matt Mooney now more than ever. Parker Jackson-Cartwright just picking up a rib injury. Doesn't look to take any further part. Mooney slips out of the hand. Nice tip back. He'll get it again on the outside. They need this to go, and they do!
Great heads-up play by Mitch McCarron. Bullets getting real slack. Look like they're getting tired.
1 minute 30. The Bullets in no rush. Prather looking to get position on the post, can't find it. Bannon will pull up and he cashes it.
The midi from Bannon on his left hand. Taco didn't think he'd shoot that. Can they get enough stops, Felix? There's not many possessions left in this game.
2-possession ball game. Most players thought a timeout was coming. A siren sounded. Lopez gets it into Taco, gets double. Mooney tasked with the scoring again, goes up and finishes. A 4-point ball game, 1 minute 6.
I just don't know why you double and just put yourself in a scramble like that.
Prather guarded intently by Darling. Smith-Milner. Bannon with the mismatch on Taco Fall on the perimeter. It's out of bounds and the Breakers will gain possession.
All Torrey Smith got to do, he had the mismatch. He had Mitch on him. He just could have went down and posted up. Fatigue is becoming a factor with only 44 seconds to go. There's no time to be tired right now when your playoff hopes are hanging by a thread.
You can imagine the New Zealand Breakers just playing a little bit freer in the clutch here. Not as much on the line. Their playoff hopes are alive, but it would take a miracle for them to sneak in. But for the Brisbane Bullets, they can see it in front of them. They can feel it. They can touch it. And the Adelaide 36ers will be watching this game right now, Damon, hoping that the New Zealand Breakers can find a will, find the way to pull this out.
Adelaide 36ers, they got their own concerns right now down there in Kudos Bank Arena, but the Bullets have put themselves in a position. They've controlled the game from start to where we are right now. And this man right here, I hope his back is good. It's going to need to be, because Kendrick is coming at him.
One of the best point guard matchups you'll find, the Sydney Kings and the Adelaide 36ers. Kendrick Davis, he's a star of the league right now. Someone get a pen and paper and sign him long term, because we want him around a whole lot longer. That game, a lot on the line for the Adelaide 36ers. The Brisbane Bullets right now, as you said earlier, Damon, 1 game at a time if they want to hunt down Tasmania. And they need this one. A 4-point lead. The Breakers with possession. 44 seconds on the clock.
You got to figure 3 possessions left in this game. You got to figure the Breakers absolutely have to score right now. And then play solid D, come up with another stop.
McCarron to inbound. Mooney leads all scorers for the Breakers with 22. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Guarded by Bannon. Gets deep into the paint. And the official's going to find a hands foul. Both teams in the bonus. Mooney will head to the line.
Josh Bannon, everybody was staying at home, meaning staying on their man. They're not going to give up any threes.
Crucial free throws for Matt Mooney. 5 of 6 from the line tonight. Felix von Hoff and Damon Lowry taking you through what's been an entertaining contest so far. Plenty on the line. Gets the first to go.
There's 2 percentages. There's regular season free throw percentage, and then there's clutch percentage. This is considered clutch time right here.
Right for it, off the ring.
Converts the second. And Justin Schuler, well, he needs a big possession from his men here. A 2-point game. Brisbane season on the line. Prather. He was their resurgence in this second half of the year. Can he save them once again? They lead by 2. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Nice little pass to Smith-Milner down low. And a breakdown for the Breakers on defense.
Everybody got caught staring at Casey. Casey looked like he was going into his bag. And Torrey Smith-Milner, once again, right spot, right time. That could be the dagger. Now you need the quick 3-ball. Or quick 2 and a quick foul, but Brisbane might have done enough.
4-point lead to the Brisbane Bullets. 18.4 to go. The New Zealand Breakers, well, barring a 4-point play, they're going to have to score and foul, Damon.
Right now, Justin Schuler is saying a stop for the win. And let's get the hell out of New Zealand.
Wolfbrook Arena, the New Zealand Breakers playing another one of their road home games. They spread themselves around the country to the benefit of fans over there. And you can look at that, a packed out Wolfbrook Arena tonight. Can they will them home? The Bullets have really had a stranglehold on the game since 3/4 of the way through the first quarter. The Breakers got out to a hot start and it looked like they were almost going to run away with it at the beginning. But credit to the Brisbane Bullets and Justin Schuler. And a credit to Keandre Cook with 26 points on the night. Casey Prather with 22. Torrey Smith-Milner has come up big in this second half with 10 points. And Josh Bannon, of course, the lone wolf at that center position.
Yeah, between Josh Bannon and Torrey Smith-Milner, they've done a good job being offensive threats.
Don't come over, automatic.
Mooney to inbound. You'd imagine he'll find his way to get it back. Gets Menenga. Pulls up from deep. Hits nothing but backboard. And the Bullets, well, destiny's in their hand now at the free throw line.
A shot that Matt Mooney could have easily made. Thought he had too good of a look. Josh Bannon was worried about getting penetrated on, I guess. But anyway, they get the rebound. Casey can ice it.
The New Zealand Breakers might be sitting 9th on the ladder at the moment, but they're certainly, over the last week or so, in the last 2 weeks, playing a lot better than that. And Casey Prather, potentially all NBL first team, has a chance to ice it from the free throw line.
Doing all of this without the big man, who I feel is the best center in the league, Tyrell Harrison.
This will be a great win from the Brisbane Bullets if they can avoid disaster and pull this out. The Breakers should have beaten United, beat Tasmania, and looks like they're going to come just short against the Brisbane Bullets, who are fantastic, gritty performance. They've managed to keep their season alive, and they'll be able to sit at home, sit at the airport lounge, and watch the Adelaide 36ers take on the Sydney Kings. They're not far away. It's full time here, 87-93. Keandre Cook, 26 points. Casey Prather, 24. Your Foot Locker player of the game is that man right there, Keandre Cook, the 6 assists to add in as well there. Damon Lowry, he was brilliant from start to finish.
Good to see Keandre getting back in the kitchen. He hadn't been cooking up a storm like he has been earlier. That man's a shot maker. Play some big minutes, too. I love that, 36 minutes.
And the Brisbane Bullets fight it out, a gritty win as they continue their hunt for the play-in. We'll break it all down after the break.